What's up guys? So today we're gonna be taking a look at the brand new Sony Alpha 7IV. And like I mentioned in the past, I'm really sick and tired of camera reviews, but honestly, this camera has a lot of killer features that you won't see on any other camera, I promise you that. But first, let's talk about some of the design changes that Sony has implemented in the A7IV. They've brought a lot of the design language from, for example, the Sony A7S III. You now have a little flippy display, which of course are great. One of my favorite new features on the A7IV that you're gonna find is this new dial that you can quickly go from photo, movie, and S&Q mode. So gone are the days where you have to dive into the menu, go into photo, hold on, photo, video. Nope, all you do is just grab here, little dial, boom. You go to photo, video, or S&Q, really like that. Now, something else they've introduced is this new locking dial. Now, we've seen this on other cameras before, like Fuji. However, you can actually reprogram this. For example, I have this set to my shutter speed. And what I like about it is typically when I use these mirrorless cameras, oftentimes I accidentally bump my shutter speed. So I really hate when I'm not paying attention and all of a sudden now I'm shooting at 1/30th of a second. So now what I can do is I can set this to 1/50th. If I'm shooting 24 frames per second, I can lock it into place and now it won't go anywhere, which I really like. Another change that you'll find on this camera is that you now have a CF Express Type A card slot, one of them, but you do get 2 SD card slots in case you want to do a backup. There's other small little changes here and there. For example, you have the record button up above. They relocated this, I think it was a C1 or C2 over here where it used to be the record button, small little things like that. But internally, a lot has changed. For example, compared to the A7 III, you can now record in 10-bit 422, which obviously is a welcome upgrade. 15 stops of dynamic range, S-Log 3, S-Cinetone. But let's talk about the new and exciting things that personally I think are pretty game-changing and you won't find on any other camera. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these new Sony features. The first one being called Focus Map. This reminds me a lot of false color, which false color has nothing to do with focusing, but let me demonstrate. So I have my Atomos Ninja recorder here so that you guys can go ahead and see this. I programmed my C1 to turn this feature on. So as soon as I push C1, you will notice that we start to see like this predator mode, right? So the background now starts to look blue and then Jake is in focus. And then over here, Jake, go ahead and just go like this to the camera. You can see that Jake's hand is now red. What this is telling me is that anything that is in red is close to me and anything that is in blue is further away. So I'm gonna go ahead and focus on the background now so you guys can see how this works. So the exit sign in the background is now in focus. Now Jake is out of focus. This makes it so much easier for me to manually focus. And if I wanted to focus on Jake's face again, I can just quickly see. Once I could see his face visually, I know that he is in focus. So as long as Jake doesn't have a blue color or red color, he is in focus. Now we've seen focus assist modes on other cameras. For example, Canon has a really good focus assist mode, but personally, I like this much better. If I was to give feedback to Sony, the only thing that I would say is if there was a way to make the colors a little bit more transparent, because right now, even though I could see through the blue, I wish it was a little bit more transparent so I could definitely see what's going on in the background. Now, another feature that's unique to the Sony A7IV is this new mode called Focus Breathing Compensation. Now, this lens here, the 50mm f1.2, has a lot of focus breathing. Now, if you pay attention to the edges here, you can see how bad the focus breathing is on this lens. Now, if I enable this feature, what happens is Sony uses this very smart algorithm that compensates for that. It does give you a slight crop, but as you can see now, there is no more focus breathing, which I think looks much more pleasing. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, this isn't a review. I just wanted to highlight some of these really cool new features on the Sony A7IV. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. My name is Armando. Thanks again for watching and you will catch me in the next one. Adios.